In a quiet village, there lived an old woman known for her kindness, wisdom, and unshakable happiness. No matter the circumstances, she always wore a gentle smile. The villagers adored her and often visited her for advice or comfort. One day, a curious young man approached her and asked, "How are you always so happy? Don't you ever feel sad when bad things happen?" The old lady smiled and replied, "Life is like the changing seasons, full of ups and downs. But I've learned that true happiness comes from within, not from what happens around us." Perplexed, the young man asked, "How is that possible? How can you stay happy even when things go wrong?" The wise lady began to share her story. "When I was young, I had a family, a loving husband and wonderful children. We weren't wealthy, but we were happy. One day my husband fell gravely ill, and we didn't have the money for his treatment. Despite all our efforts, he passed away. It broke my heart, and I thought I'd never find happiness again. I cried endlessly." She paused, her eyes reflecting both sorrow and strength. "But then I realized something. Staying sad wouldn't bring him back. My children needed me to be strong. I decided to stop letting the pain control my life. That's when I began to look at life differently. I saw that every day is a mix of good and bad moments, and I could choose how to respond." The young man leaned in, intrigued. "How did you manage to be happy again?" The old lady chuckled softly. "Every morning, I remind myself, today is a new day. I will find something to be happy about. Sometimes it's the sunshine, a blooming flower, or the joy of seeing a friend. Even in tough times, there's always something to be thankful for." Still curious, the young man asked, "But what about truly terrible moments? How do you stay positive then?" Her smile grew warmer. "It's not easy," she admitted, "but I remind myself that bad times are temporary. They always pass. When hardship comes, I focus on the blessings I still have, like my health or the people who care for me. I've learned that happiness is a choice. We can dwell on what's wrong or choose to find the good, no matter how small it may be." Inspired, the young man thanked her and decided to apply her wisdom in his life. Gradually, he began to see the beauty in small things and learn to stay positive, even during difficult times. The old lady's wisdom spread throughout the village. The people began to understand that happiness wasn't about wealth or perfect circumstances, it was about perspective. With her guidance, the entire village became a happier, more optimistic place. Happiness is a choice that begins within us. Life's challenges may be inevitable, but choosing to focus on the good helps us remain resilient and joyful.